Hey guys, in this week the draft game mode seems to still be broken and CRL World Finals was a flop. All that and more in today's episode of Clash World. Hey guys, it's Legendaray here, and welcome back to another episode of Clash World. In this weekly show, we take a look at the most recent announcements from the Clash Royale team, the hottest topics in CR eSports, as well as what's going on in the community. Then, we'll finish up the episode by breaking down the meta and featuring my off-meta deck of the week. If you're enjoying Clash Worlds, then please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of every new video that comes out. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the first section, New in the Arena. New in the Arena is where we find out about what the Supercell team has been up to this past week. Now recently, Clash Royale has had a constant stream of challenges and tournaments lined up back to back, and I like this. Even though the rewards have been noticed to be a little bit less, it's actually because there are more and more special challenges than before. Also, with more special challenges comes with more draft challenges. This, however, has had a slight problem. Despite it being supposedly fixed in this past July update, it is still nowhere near perfect, with draft picks such as this one seen here. And why is this? Well, Reddit user Edahao made a very detailed post as to why, so I'll quickly sum it up here. Basically, when draft picks which units to present in the draft, it has a ton of different categories to choose from. The 5 yellow categories highlighted are required, meaning that they will show up in each and every draft match. This basically guarantees that your draft deck will have at least 1 tank, 1 anti-air unit, 2 distraction units, 1 direct damage spell, and 1 win condition. But here's the big issue. If you take a look at the win conditions and tank unit selections, you can see that a lot of tanks are actually win conditions themselves, including Giant, Goblin Giant, Golem, and Lava Hound. This is what results in those choices with Golem and Knight being paired together, and is also why in a majority of draft matches, one person only gets 1 win condition while the other person ends up with 2. Next up, the spells section. As you can see, Supercell has all of these small spells and big spells grouped together. This is another major problem because that means that players have to sometimes choose between either the rocket or the log, which just simply isn't a fair choice. The suggestion for Supercell for this one is to separate the spells category into 2. A big spells category and a small spells category. And last but not least, we have the biggest problem in draft matches, the anti-air choice. Now this is the most common way that you will get unlucky in draft and lose those matches based off of luck. Your opponent will have a ton of air cards and you just simply won't have enough air counter to take them down. With only 1 anti-air card guaranteed in a draft match, that simply just isn't enough, especially if you get cards such as archers, bats, or spear golems. In fact, Redditor Edahao claims that no single air card is enough if your opponent ends up with several air options, and I completely agree with this statement. There needs to be more than 1 air card guaranteed in every draft deck, and I mean substantial air counter, such as Musketeer, Hunter, Mega Minion, Inferno Dragon, and so on and so forth. I think if most of the changes that I just stated were implemented into the game, the draft mode would be so much better than it is now, and don't get me wrong, the draft improvement in the July update was a significant improvement from the previous system we had, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now that's gonna do it for New in the Arena. It's time to check out the eSports update. The eSports update is a segment where we take a look at the new and rising pro players as well as recent eSports competitions. So this week, the Clash Royale League World Finals has been going underway, and I'll admit, I am quite underwhelmed. As you can see, here is literally the World Finals setup. Here's the team watching the game live, and here are the 2 players, literally playing each other from across the table. Here's CWA's response on Twitter. Would love to see a spring season of CRL hosted by Supercell or YouTube Gaming next year. The fans, players, organizations, and game deserve far better than the production WGC 2019 has presented so far. Huge props to the casters on their Herculean efforts to make the best out of it. This I completely agree with. The World Finals overall have been pretty underwhelming, and I don't see a major change coming anytime soon, so I guess we'll just have to wait until the fall season. That being said, congratulations to CRL West for winning the World Finals, and I'm glad that the players are quite enjoying Xi'an, China. As someone who has lived in China in the past, it's a beautiful place with a lot of history. Now that we're caught up on the most recent esports news, let's check out the rising rumors. First things first, face at time! Yay! This Magic Archer is pretty happy about that, and so are these other people too. Next up, we have not a new concept, but a really solid one, and that is to include a match summary after each and every game. Let's check out the Reddit post by Scuba Dude. Match summary would be amazing. Total damage, successful counters, total elixir spent, number of troops used, etc. The stats would be cool, and it would really help fine-tune your deck. And again, I completely agree. Additional stats could include elixir leaked, cards played, and so on. Just a tiny feature like this would greatly help those that really want to improve to analyze their gameplay and break it down. Let me know if this is something you guys would want to see in the comment section below. And now that we covered the trending topics in the community, let's go ahead and break down the meta. This week's meta is slightly different from last week's, with Lava Hound Control and Golem Beatdown topping the list in popularity. Other than that, we have Balloon Cycle, Royal Giant, Pekka Control, as well as some Expo. Hog Earthquake is also still used somewhat, but it's evolved into some sort of Hog Mortar Trifecta variant, which is definitely quite interesting. Now that's the meta for you guys. Now let's check out the off-meta deck of the week. That's right, in each Clash Royale episode, we're going to be featuring one off-meta deck that works in the current meta. This week's deck was submitted by Kenha Blaze. It's a super wacky, faster cycle golem clone deck, which is a combo that we haven't seen in a long time. Essentially, you want to play this deck with a merge of a control and a beatdown style, focusing on defending first or taking damage for a positive trade. Then go in for a massive golem push and clone your push when your opponent's counters such as poison or NATO are out of cycle. Clone is so fun to play, and without further ado, let's get right into a battle. Alrighty, so hopping into this match, we're going to be against a Chinese player from a Chinese clan. Good luck to this guy. And starting off this match, again, being more controlled in our playstyle, we're going to go ahead and wait for our opponent to make the first move. So into the first kind of 20 seconds of this match, he's not going to do too much, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut right to the action. Alrighty, so here he's going to go ahead and go with a Lava Hound in the back. So let's go ahead, immediately Golem in that same lane. This way we can go ahead and take care of that Lava Hound with all of our flying units, or all of our air targeting units, while that Golem tanks for all the support. Yep, that being said, I'm really hoping it's not Lava Loon, but anyways, let's go ahead and see how it goes. So it's a Musketeer, and let's see, he's going to go with bats and a lumberjack. Let's go with lumberjack on our own, and then zap out those bats to take care of all of his stuff right there. So really good defense right there with that single musketeer, pretty much taking care of that entire Lava Hound push right there. And that musketeer is still putting in work, and he's definitely going to get a couple shots. Nope, look at, he's going to actually use a flying machine on it. So here, looks like I'm just going to go ahead and tank for that flying machine, just because, you know, we're playing that golem deck, and I didn't exactly want to use my ice wizard on it. He only has about a 200 damage lead on us, which is definitely perfectly fine. So anyways, here we're gonna go in with another golem in the back, especially since I think that the flying machine that he placed was a little bit of an overcommitment. So let's see here. Okay, he's got that Lava Hound coming in, so again, we're just gonna go ahead and rinse and repeat. We're gonna place a higher musketeer this time, just so we can start targeting onto that Lava Hound a little bit earlier. Here, let's go ahead and go with another zap onto all this stuff. Unfortunately, oh no, we do hit the guards, okay, so that's fine. And there we go, that's gonna be tower, no, not tower down, lumberjack down. And okay, looks like it's probably gonna be tower down as well. Boom, there we go, and looks like the golemites will have enough juice to finish off the tower. So now going into the last about 43 seconds left in this match, we're gonna go with another golem into his Lava Hound, and let's see here. Musketeer's putting in work onto that King's Tower. Oh, he's gonna try and go opposite lane, so let's go ahead and go with our Lumberjack, as well as some bats to go ahead and defend. Ooh, okay, that clone was supposed to be a zap, but that's fine. Let's just go ahead and zap onto those bats right there, nice and easy. And at 21 seconds left, let's go with an Ice Wizard right there to tank for that flying machine. And yeah, Lumberjack as well, that'll protect the Ice Wizard. And 12 seconds left, let's see if we can snag a 3 crown from this guy. We're gonna go with bats down, as well as a clone onto all of that stuff. 5 seconds left, and looks like that's going to be a nice and easy 3 crown victory. GG right there for a very nice and fun match using the Golem clone deck. So there we go, guys, that was the off-meta deck of the week. I definitely recommend you guys give this deck a try. It's a really fun deck to play. Anything with clone is just really interesting to play with. If you want to submit your own deck to be featured, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. But unfortunately, guys, that's all I've got time for in today's episode. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.